Hello, esteemed family. What a glorious moment to be with you once again. This is a new edition that we are starting that is captioned the Success Class. Every one of us, it's our mandate, it's our desire to be successful in life. But the question still remains, how do we attain such level of success? You're welcome once more. It's a time for you to comment. It's a time for you to share. It's a time for you to give us your ideas and what you think about this very program that we have started. It's a very important broadcast. And we want to begin to come to your doors to answer the questions that you have no answer to, and to help in bringing succor to the very questions you have been harboring in your heart. Once again, you are welcome. It's a time again to share. Make sure you comment on the sections. Do not forget, please, keep sharing and don't stop sharing. Make sure that this very information gets to the final consumer. We are going to start on the very good notes today because we are going to be looking at the issue of vision. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, if you read down to the book of Proverbs, you would discover the issue of vision became so important. But my emphasis is going to be in chapter 9. The Bible said, "He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination." He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, that's a set of instruction that have been proven and tested over time. He said, he that turneth away his ear from hearing it, even the person's prayer shall be an abomination. What that is saying is that as a believer, even when you are not a Christian, there is a need for you to give your ear, to give your spirit to instructions. He that turneth, so it is a willful act where the listener begins to turn away his ear from a divine set of instructions. When that happens, that error cannot be corrected by prayer. You need to understand this. It is not all errors that prayer has the ability to correct. He said, he that turneth his ear away from the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. Which means, remember in the book of Hosea, the Bible says that knowledge is the key thing. When you are rejecting knowledge, you are also rejecting God. Now he is saying that when you turn away your ear from instruction, which is law, a proven set of instruction of principles, you have also turned away your ear from not just the instructions, but the answers that the instruction provides. He that turneth away his ear from the law, the prayer shall be rejected. The prayer is going to be an abomination. When you read down to the book of Proverbs chapter 29, looking at verse 18, it says, who walks in the land will be satisfied with bread. But he who pursues worthless things will be satisfied with poverty. That is to say, that when you begin to see an individual in a certain environment called the land of poverty, the reason why you found that person there is because the person has been able to miss it in the place of instruction. But let's take a look at the King James translation. It says, where there is no vision. the people perish. Where there is no vision, in the absence of vision, the people perish. There is no one on planet Earth that is void of a point of vision. Now, the first challenge that you are going to encounter is the location of the vision. He said, where? That connotes a location. What you are looking for can only be found in a certain location where there is no vision. So when you find a set of individuals, a community, a state, or even a nation in a state of perishing, what they are lacking is not mineral resources. What they are lacking is not government. What they are lacking is not human power. Whenever you see anything in life, and that very thing is not achieving its full potential, you must have to understand that what is missing is vision. In the absence of vision, you are going to find a lot of things spoiling. Where there is no vision, any location where there is no vision, the people are going to perish. There will be multiple failures. The system and the structure is going to fail. In the absence of vision, vision becomes the carrier of the system, the structures that are needed to build that institution. I believe strongly that there is a part in the human brain that has the capacity to store vision. There is a part in the human body where vision is located. It's a part of your body where God has stored the vision. What is vision? Vision is a set of instruction that has been given to an individual to achieve a certain purpose. When you receive the vision, there was a part of you that hosted that particular dialogue, where the vision was placed. It is in that very location that the storage facility that traps the vision is found. And I believe strongly that there is a part of your mind or your brain that the vision is stored. Where there is no vision, in the absence of these laid down structures, in the absence of these laid down principles, somebody is going to suffer. Now hear me. Mentorship is the shortest way to success. Many of us have great vision, but there is something that is lacking. the interpretation of that vision. We have not been interpreted. Great imaginations, great desire, where you want to be in the next 5 years. Speculations, but there is no guide. Mentorship is the compass that gives you the coordinates and the direction to your location. When you stay without a mentor, without a guide, and there is no yielding of your will to the set of instruction, though you be very much gifted, but your gift is not going to see the limelight. Mentorship is the shortest pathway to success. In the multitude of counsels, a house is built. Where is the location of your vision? Where is it found? Where can you find that very vision you are looking for? Who helps you to interpret what God has given to you? That person is as important as the vision. When the information is released from the point where the vision has been trapped, who interprets it? Who is your translator? Whose orders are you following? Whose principles are you loyal to? These are the set of instructions that are going to build your vision. To avoid perishing, it is important for you to get the set of instructions right. When you have a vision, the first thing you must do is to understand the vision. There must be an interpretation to the vision. There must be an interpretation to the vision. Someone has to interpret it. When you have successfully interpreted it, then here comes the work of a mentor. It's just like someone who bought a land. You had enough money to purchase a land. But can you draw the design? You have a land, but the land is not the vision. The vision is the land, is the house that is supposed to be standing on the land. Left for you, that land is going to be empty for the rest of your life. Or even if you eventually decide to go to school to acquire the knowledge and the skill that is required to give your land a design, you are going to be late. When you have a vision and you have interpreted your vision, there has to be a presentation for the interpretation of the vision. There are people who have to assess the vision. When they look at that vision, that information that is stored in a location in you receives an interpretation. Just like you bought a land. The land belongs to you. You need a designer. A designer is going to ask you a question. Sir, ma, what do you really want on this land? If you leave the designer and say, design what you feel like, they are going to give you a design of a sports complex instead of a house. You must break it down. You must break it down. The mandate has to be explained. When you have received the designer and you start explaining to the designer the things that you need, the designer is going to check the measurement of your land. Many times, they are going to receive a news. So your design, which is your vision, is very good. But we can't achieve it in that land. And so you'll be asked to return back and make an adjustment. That's the developmental stage of your vision. Not everybody is going to accept the vision. The designer begins to develop structures, but on paper. Now you can see what is in your head in a diagram. The land is still empty, remember. But the moment the structures of the building are developed on paper, You are resource connection away from seeing the manifestation of your dream. Child of God, you need to listen to me. When you have noticed that your vision has developed on the paper, the next level of production comes. The development stage of that your vision. Now again, you need an engineer. I want to ask a question to someone listening to me. Who is your site engineer? He's your mentor. Your idea has been developed and given wings. It has left a storage position from a state of potential energy to a state of kinetic energy. It's moving. Now it's in the hands of a site engineer. The designer has done his work. From the designer's information, sir, what you have as an idea can be developed. It can be modified. It's achievable. That's a good news. But it's not a complete good news. You need a site engineer. Who is a site engineer? It's a personnel that stands in for your vision, who does the work of interpretation of that same vision that is on paper. If they give you that paper as the visionary and send you to the site, you can't be able to develop it. It's your vision, but someone else is going to develop it for you. You are going to need people. The site engineer generates the network. Now he's bringing in a bricklayer, a molder, and etc. Now the site engineer begins the work of interpretation of your vision. The vision that was once with you meets another person who is the designer. It leaves the designer. It meets another person with the site engineer. If you have a bad site engineer, though your vision is great, but your achievement is going to be very small. You will need a site engineer that is better than you. If that vision is going to be achieved while you are at home resting, you need a site engineer that is not going to sleep. You need a site engineer that is not going to stop the work because the rain is falling. The site engineer is more committed than you. You are never going to interact and count the number of bags of cement that was used. You are never going to check whether the trips of sand you ordered for was what was brought. You are never going to be able to count the number of chippings that was poured. The site engineer is there. While you are in your house resting, the site engineer is at work, screaming and shouting up and down. And when someone sees the site engineer shouting, They think it's his house. No. He is a carrier of a vision. That is a vision that has been handed over to him, that requires his skills. And he knows he deserves a reward at the end of his work. The owner of that house will come to visit and is asking, this house is supposed to be at the lintel level. Why is it at its foundation level? And the site engineer begins to interpret to the owner of the building and said, sir, the vision is massive. We had to take time to lay a strong foundation, but we are going to beat the time. The site engineer makes sure that they work at night because the owner of the building needs it by 26th December for a ceremony. That timeline must be beat. You must beat that time. That's the work of a mentor. A mentor is going to tell you that you're not successful yet, because there is a challenge he's seeing coming and he wants to see how you handle that challenge. Child of God, who is your site engineer? What are the levels when that vision leaves the hand of the site engineer? The vision gets into another person's hand. The next person that is touching that vision, you don't know them. There is no connection whatsoever with them. These are the laborers. Now they are carrying your chippings as if they are their own. They are mixing the sands and the concrete. And the question is asked to them, what are you doing? We are carrying the vision of the man we've not met. Many of them might not even meet the owner of the house till the house is finished. But yet, they never stop working because there is a reward system they are expecting. Site engineer. The laborers you hired, they're the light laborers. If I'm going to see my building standing in what I have been shown, you will need the right laborers. This is the work of a mentor. This is the work of a spiritual father. Where there is no vision. Not visions. Just the absence of a vision is going to cost the life of many. Where there is no vision, the people, not the person. President, governor, do you know that we are in a difficult stage of life because we are waiting for your vision? Our safety and our preservation is in your vision. Write the vision and make it clear. The interpretation of the vision is important to us. We need you to give us an interpretation. want you to pick up your writing material and write these things I'm going to say now. Who is your dream designer? That's your role model. Who is your site engineer? That's your mentor. Who are your laborers? That's a workforce. Who is your covering? There's a spiritual father. If you get this team right, you are on your way to achieving the vision. But your dedication to them, your commitment to their instruction is going to count on a long day. Write the vision. Don't assume they understand it. Don't just stop in writing. You must make it plain. Take it to someone. The site engineer is waiting. We shall come back to finish this episode. But until next time, keep thinking, keep studying, and keep praying. Laborers are coming. I pray for you today that the gift of men will be released to you. That they will be able to interpret that of vision